Hi, in today's video we want to discuss about a few concepts in Spring Framework, or you call it as a Spring integration concepts. Okay, these are generally covered in case of integration when you are building an application, right? These concepts are very important when you are integrating other frameworks. I want to explain what do you mean by router, transformer, adapter, filter, service activator, gateway, splitter, aggregator. Okay, you can see here the simple order processing system. The scenario is the client sends order with multiple items. The client generally triggers order with multiple items. The splitter generally used for splitting the items. There are multiple. I want to split the items into different parts. Then we will use the splitter. Filter actually, generally used for removing. For example, you take it for you can apply conditions. You can remove some invalid items. Okay, among from the multiple items. Router sends items to it will send items to different processing modules. It can either send a grocery processing, or it can send some other discount processing. Okay, or some electronics, you can say. Transformer generally used to convert the data into different formats. If input data is coming, so transformer generally used to convert the data into different formats. That's where you use the transformer. Filter is for filtering the input request is coming with multiple input data, and we want to apply some filters, and then we want to limit the input request to certain input data. Then you can use the filter. Okay, splitter is splitting the items, right? You can split the input into different subparts. Transformer is generally for transforming the input data. So service aggregator, it actually process the input items, right? Whatever the data that you are getting, order of items. Aggregator generally is once your input is processed by service activator, aggregator has to collect the result, right? It has to collect the data. It will collect the final result. Adapter generally it is used to output the result into different formats. Adapter, we all know the adapter pattern, right? Design pattern with different ways of different services are there with different formats, and we want to integrate that different services to our applications. We can use the adapter. It is basically works as an adapter to adjust the third party software format into our application. That is where adapter will come into the picture. So these are the known concept, the term that can explain what is the functionality that they will do. Now we will see how we do it in our project. You can see here it is a simple Spring Boot project. We have a starter dependencies, Spring Boot starter integration. This is the dependency, and you create a order class. It is having order ID and a list of order items. For order item you need to declare a bean, and client entry. So how do the client will call this? You need to create a interface, order gateway interface, and you mark that interface with the gateway annotation. You can say request channel, order channel, process, and you can see channel configuration. You can see how many channels: message channel, order channel is there, item channel is there, electronics grocery channel. So you need to create a configuration. As I told you, splitter is generally used to split the data, right? You can see we will receive we're going to receive the what is that split order, and we're getting multiple orders. So you can see we can actually split the input channel is order channel, output channel is item channel. Okay, And filter, you see we have a condition, return items dot get quantity is greater than 0. The quantity should be always 0, then only return the items. If the quantity is null, then you don't need to return it, right? So you need to return only when the order quantity is greater than 0. At least we should have some orders available, quantities are item quantities are available, then only we can return that. So router, you can see router input channel, where input channel is item channel, and we are going to check the condition here. If it is related to grocery, return to grocery, electronics, return to electronics channel. Okay, so in which channel we are going to return this. Transformer, you see what is that we are going to do? We are going to change the data format. You see, in case of transformer electronics, we are adding its name. In both the cases, we are concatenating the name you see here. And service activator, it actually process the data. You can see aggregator. Okay, aggregator is for collecting the final result. Just a simple explanation, there is not much here. Okay, I want to explain the thing. What is that? Your logging interceptor. Interceptors concept is like whenever input is coming to your application and you want to pre-process your request, that time you use the interceptor concept. You will intercept the request and then you will modify it according to your requirement, and then you will send that for further processing. So that is where we use the interceptor. Generally a logging interceptor, you see simple logging interceptor we are actually adding here. Okay, that's how we can use it. Present client example, you can see here the client example. What is this? The client example present enable message history, logging interface. Okay, auditing management. We generally call it as a filter also, interception generally. Okay, generally for intercepting the request we use the filters. Service activator is okay. Okay, you see here the final flow diagram. Request comes from the client to gateway, splitter, and then filter, router. From router it either goes to electronics transformer, grocery transformer. Service aggregator process that. Aggregator will collect the final result. Adapter is outputting the data to respective service. Okay, and you see how these concepts can be used in the Spring framework itself, not the Spring Boot. Spring framework with XML configuration, you can see here. Okay, you can see here gateway. So there is a simple XML here. You can see we have multiple channels. Okay, for each and every order channel, item channel, electronics, grocery, process channel, aggregate channel, output channel. For each channel you will have different thing. You need to create a corresponding class. Okay, we are mapping the corresponding class here. For gateway, service interface is com.demo.order gateway. Default request channel is this particular channel name. For splitter, you can see we have a input channel is order channel, output channel item channel, reference class is order splitter. So you need to create all these. You need to bind the respective classes objects as a reference to each and every integration points here. Okay, once that is done, the rest of the things are common. You can see you will just declare the classes. You are not using any annotations here because everything you are doing it inside the XML, right? what is this integration context.xml. You just need to specify the bindings for each and every class, so that you can simply create a straightforward classes. You don't need to annotation. There is no complexity here because you are handling everything there. Okay, so this is how we use these integration concepts. Most of the time integration concepts, as I told you, you want to pre-process the request, post process the request. Okay, you want to transform the some data, you want to create an adapter for some third party service. Okay, in those scenarios we will actually use all these integration concepts. Okay, there's no much thing here. Everything is having a purpose. You can see gateway, splitter, filter, router, transformer. So you can have so many things in aspect oriented programming is also there. Aggregator is for aggregating the data, service aggregator. These are all just the concepts where you want to handle particular request flow, pre-process, post-process, process, aggregate the result, transform the data. These things are generally common whenever you are building any application. You need to handle the things in that way. So this is where the Spring integration actually is providing all these scenarios. You can use them to build application. Thank you for listening.